How's everybody doing? I know it's a very stressful week. It's election week. So it's very important for us to collectively make sure that we look out for each other and take care of our own mental health. So 68% of Americans right now are stressed because of this election. But that's not all. 77% of Americans say that the future of America is a significant source of stress outside of the election. This is a statistic taken in general about how they feel about the future of America and how that contributes to their stress levels, and that's a large percentage. So here's a few things that you can do to take care of your mental health right now, especially since we're amidst this. We're all waiting for the results. There's so many different directions pulling in. I'm sure everyone has the issues that they're looking out for, and it's hard. It's very hard. I completely understand. There are moments where I'm like, I need to take a little bit of a break. I need to walk away. There's a bunch of different rhetoric out there right now, conversations out there right now that are just like, whoa, you know what I mean? So it's very important for us to look after ourselves. So here's a few ways that you can do it. Limit your screen time. That's probably the easiest and fastest thing that you can do right now. I mean, you want to stay informed. We all want to stay informed. We want to know what's going on, but know that it's okay to step away from the TV. Know that it's okay to step away from your phone. Know that it's okay to limit your screen time right now, especially given the fact that it's been such a prolonged process this time around. So it's understandable. You're fine. It's okay to do that. When you engage in reading the news, make sure you're looking at credible sources as well, because if you don't look at credible sources, odds are you are going to be exposed to a lot of extreme conversation. You're going to be exposed to a lot of fear-mongering. You're going to be exposed to a lot of misinformation. And in extreme cases, you'll be exposed to a lot of bigot conversation and a lot of bigotry going on right there. So make sure you stick around credible sources that are going to be reliable, first of all. Second of all, be a little bit less biased and a little less violent and hasty and not so extreme that there's going to be a collective group of people that are ready to drag you if you decide to comment anything or if you decide to look into anything about it and they find out that you're not in their little bubble. Make sure you stay away from that. Pre-schedule your day with little time gaps to catch up. The rest of the day can be scheduled for other activities to balance you out. So whatever it is that you have anticipating your day outside of this, make sure you can even schedule a certain time of the day that you want to look at the news. You can schedule intervals of time that you want to look at the news and catch up. Try to do that, and that way your brain isn't trying to find that balance and find those time gaps to engage in the news and engage into your own self-care. Try to pre-schedule in your head, write it down. Usually when you write things down, you get it out of your mind a little bit, and that can help a lot, especially right now. Unplug completely if necessary. So while you may schedule time, you may check in a few times throughout the day, you can even completely unplug during this entire time. Like, it's not going to mean that you care any less. If your mental health is taking a toll, you got to prioritize that more than anything. Always prioritize your mental health over anything, okay? Get your self-care on. So this kind of meshes in together and it transitions into self-care. Do things that are totally unrelated to the election that makes you happy. So self-care isn't always like, okay, unplug. While that is a huge factor that you can do, it's also finding things that you love to do that really nourish you, that really take care of your own individual self. Paint your nails, put a mask on. You can relax, you can play a video game, you can listen to some music, you can cook, you can just stand outside and feel the breeze, you can lay down, you can, I don't know, you can do anything that you define as self-care. You read a book. Don't read a book, just stare at the wall if you need to, you know what I mean? Be in a silent room, a silent space for a little bit. Eat something delicious, watch a movie. You can watch a movie, watch comedy, watch something that distracts your mind a little bit off of being preoccupied with that, if that's what helps you. Whatever it isn't a one-size-fits-all, whatever you define as self-care. Take part in that. Take part in something completely unrelated to this. Take part in something that doesn't mean that you have to limit this or anything like that. Take part in something that doesn't even have to do with this if you want to. Do it. Surround yourself with positive energy. This is a very important one because there are very polarizing views out there right now. There are so many lefts and rights, literally. There's two polarizing sides right now, especially as the numbers start building up. And you need to make sure that you surround yourself with positive energy. So surround yourself with the group that agrees with you the most. Like, while we do learn from each other, we do learn from opinions outside of our own right now, since it's so polarized. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with good energy. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals, because like-minded individuals provide a safe space for you. There's a safe space for you to be in right now with all of the different conversations going on. So limit the time spent with the people that are difficult to engage with, and spend a lot more time with people you can talk to about these things that you're passionate about, that you could share interests with, especially values, because a lot of what has to do with this are the core values within it. So surround yourself with people that share those core values, because they're the safe space. They're people that you can be freely yourself with, and you don't have to constantly defend yourself and constantly take a toll on your own mental health by being in a toxic environment. You can also think about what can you control. Okay, so let's say if you already voted, okay, that's something I can control. Let's say if you're not eligible to vote, but you reach out to community, hey, that's me controlling something. Those are the things that I take into my own hands and provide for other people, because I want to be that change in that world. You can think about all those things. You can think about your coping skills. You can even ask yourself, whatever the results are, talk to yourself. Whatever the results are, put your feelings into action. So let's say you're passionate about certain things. There are certain causes that you are really involved with. So regardless of whatever it may be, what is important to you and what can you advocate for? What have you done to advocate for those important issues that you care about? Think about that. Maybe more so than worrying about what's stressing you out or what you're afraid of, think about the things that you're passionate about and how you can contribute to that right now. That can help you feel a little bit more like, hey, you know what? If whatever the future may be, if that's not available, if that's not exactly a core issue that's focused on, if that's not something that's addressed, let me make that safe space to address it. Let me make that safe space to take action. Let me start catalyzing the fire within that cause, so that way it can be done whether or not someone else does it for us. I can be the one to do it. Does that make sense? So other ideas: get enough sleep. Do not put your sleep in the back burner. Stress and sleep take a toll on your brain, and it's going to take a toll on your mental health, on your mood, on your emotions. And you don't want that. You want to make sure that you can do your best to take care of yourself, and sleep is a huge factor. So get enough sleep. Set boundaries. Set as many boundaries as you want, and don't be apologetic about it. You need to set your boundaries to protect your inner bubble, to protect your mental health right now. Drink water. Water, it's important to be hydrated. Believe it or not, if you are dehydrated, if you're not drinking enough water, you will be more prone to migraines. Your mood can fluctuate drastically. You can be more vulnerable to feeling other exasperating symptoms of any mental health issue that you already have. It's important to take care of your vessel right now. Take care of the basic things that you need to take care of right now, because those are the things that come a long way, especially right now. Do something that feels nourishing. Again, back to that self-care. Nourish yourself. Allow yourself to feel however you feel. Like, don't restrict yourself from feeling a certain way. Don't hold anything back. Allow yourself to feel, because when you don't allow yourself to feel, those feelings nag at you and they come back tenfold. So allow yourself to feel however you need to feel, and do not judge yourself, and do not criticize yourself right now. Don't be harsh on yourself at that moment, especially right now. Give yourself a little bit of freedom. Give yourself time to process as well. So step away, allow yourself to process things. Just be like, okay, I need that space to process. Process whatever you need to do. Take deep breaths. Take really deep breaths and allow yourself to reset a little bit, because we might hyperventilate when we're stressed, and that's not good. So do a lot of breath work right now. Fully engage in your breath work. It helps a lot. It calms everything down. It keeps the water from being turbulent, and it allows it to become clear in your mind. Take breaks from news and social media. That's a given. And it's been a stressful election season. It has, for everyone. Remind yourself that your feelings are normal. Validate them. Be the one to validate your own emotions. Don't avoid or suppress them right now. Let yourself be. They're normal stress responses. You're normal to feel this way. Give yourself some grace during this. So take care of yourself, and I hope you feel better. Thank you.